Mohandas Pai. Mohandas Pai.
Arnab, the whole management of this LPG is in a mess. Like I said, there are 3 different prices. People are not certain of the norms, and to top it all, this 20 rupees has come without any discussions about it. I would say, first, there is 25 to 26% fake cylinders in the marketplace, which has come out in the Indian Oil report. Please take it out. Second, remove the subsidies for people like me and Chinoy and everybody else. Why are you giving us subsidy? You're giving us subsidy because we have no alternative to go to the market. The market doesn't have enough supplies. There are no supplies. Increase the supplies at a higher price and remove people like us from the subsidy and focus on people in the subsidy. And then you bring in the market prices when there's adequate supplies. The sequencing is wrong. It is totally insensitive. And the economic rationale Chinoy gives is not right in this way.
No, Bibek Debroy, do you get a sense the government's decided to brazen it out? Because I want you to give your sense. You work with governments, you handle governments, you know how they work. My question to you tonight, do you get a sense somewhere this government has decided we don't care now anymore? We are just going to brazen it out and follow what works in terms of hard economic logic, irrespective of its political fallout.
No, Arnab, my point is this is not based on hard economic logic. And I want to make 3 or 4 very quick bulleted points. Point number 1, absolutely no quarrel, and I completely agree with Mr. Chinoy that subsidies cannot be open-ended, they cannot be across the board. Fair enough. So let us identify who are the poor of the country. Let's not have this pointless and endless debate about who are the poor of the country. Let us unambiguously decide to subsidize them and only them. And a better way of subsidizing them is not even to do it through prices, but direct cash transfers, not even through indirect prices. And we all know that one of the richest industrialists in the country consumes about 140 of these subsidized cylinders every year. So no quarrels on that. Point number 2, unfortunately what is being done is not being done on efficiency grounds, it is being done on grounds of reducing the deficit. Now these are 2 completely different objectives. If you do it for efficiency grounds, you will reform the entire puzzle, you will do something about indirect taxes, integrate indirect taxes on petroleum products with the general GST, you will ensure that the refining margins become transparent, you will ensure that these cross subsidies are removed also for kerosene. Point number 3, the reason we have such a huge hike now is because we've allowed the hike to accumulate over a period of time. Had we moved away from the APM in the year 2002 and subsequently as we should have, the answer? We would not have had.
My point is shock therapy the answer? You see, is this shock therapy the answer? And our political parties, do you see this become
shock therapy? Shock therapy can never be the answer, because in this particular case, it's being done in such a ham-handed fashion. You will not be able to persuade the people who want the economic reform, nor will you be able to persuade the people who believe in populism. So I'm very sorry to say that this has been completely mishandled.
Do you see a backlash, Prosenjit? Do you see a political backlash?
Yes.
Well, I think that there will definitely be a political backlash to this, because I think the government is inviting a political backlash by doing absolutely irrational and anti-people, taking these anti-people steps. But give me just a couple of minutes to make a few observations. First of all, when Mr. Shinoy is talking about a free lunch, what does he have to say about the free lunch which is going to the richest man in our country to the tune of 40-50,000 crores on the natural gas field on which he is sitting in Andhra Pradesh? What do you have to say about that free lunch? Why only rave and rant against the subsidies which are going to ordinary people? What about the way corruption is happening in our country, the way natural resources are being looted in our country by the biggest of the corporates in scam after scam, and despite that you are, the way you are disproportionately, why should the burden of bridging the fiscal deficit come down on the ordinary people? You have to address this question. And second point is what Dr. Debroy is talking about. You see, about this direct cash transfer. I think that I am more, comfortable with the kind of suggestion Mr. Pai is giving. That there are privileged people in our country who are very easy to identify. Those who pay, whose incomes are above a certain level, those who pay income tax above a certain level, you can, sort of exclude them very easily from any kind of such subsidy scheme and then subsidize the rest. The problem with the direct cash transfer business is that, that is what the endless debate on poverty is all about. So after 60 years, we are still debating what is a suitable poverty line. And you have the planning commission coming up with
also the big
figures
issue,
like 26 rupees a day, monthly per capita, daily per capita expenditure that is defining the poor.
The big issue is also the question of black marketing, which is becoming rampant, and the government will have to be aware.
Black marketing will only increase. Black marketing will only increase if you have these multiple prices in the market.
My point then is, what is also happening is that the delivery period of LPG cylinders, when you want, is not as efficient as it used to be. Our people are being forced to cough up hundreds of rupees for an extra LPG cylinder to be delivered to them on time. In that case, Mohandas Pai, it's like catching the Aam Aadmi by the scruff of his neck and saying, you get into the black market trade, you succumb to it.
Yes.
Or suffer.
The government is encouraging black marketeers in the LPG scene, Arnab, and we are suffering because of mismanagement of the economy by this government. They're totally insensitive, and the black market is allowing all the way to the bank, along with people who want open prices, etc. First, fix the system, make it equitable, and then you can raise prices.
Last word to Bijon Mishra.
Fixed in favor of the black marketeers, and that's what you're objecting.
Last word to Bijon Mishra. Who'll speak for the consumer in all this?
You are absolutely right, Arnab. These are artificially created on vested interests that people are encouraged to do black marketing. Why are the supplies not made abundant? Why can't I buy as many on?
Yes.
You see, the issue is, it is not the question of how much the government can afford and why there should be any discrimination. Why should we all, not get what we want at the time when we need it? You look at Sri Lanka, for example. Sri Lanka is who is our neighbor, able to sell at a cheaper price. Why does government has to take 20% excise on a gas cylinder? Why do they have to do that? I'm not able to understand this.
So the moot question tonight is, it is not going to be possible for anyone to say that, you are going to have to live with 1,000 rupees or so for a gas cylinder because this is part of reforms. This is not. What emerges from this discussion is that you cannot make reforms the excuse. You don't have the process for it. You don't have the infrastructure for it. You don't have the delivery mechanism for it. And therefore, you cannot make the Aam Aadmi suffer for it. We are tracking the story tonight. Gentlemen, that was very illuminating. Thank you very much. We'll continue to focus on this story and tell us what you think. My question most relevant to you tonight, and I want to hear from you, is with an LPG cylinder hovering around 950 rupees, are we treading on thin political ice? And see you again tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, on the News Hour. Good night and goodbye.